Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Hey everyone, please let us know if you can hear us. We are super excited to be here. Looks like there might be a little bit of a delay, so we are we need your help letting us know that you can hear us.
Yep, just let us know that you guys can hear us.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
We good?
Ready, set, and go. Loud and clear. We got the clear from the Odd Squad.
All right. Happy Father's Day, everybody. We actually spent Father's Day last Sunday.
Yeah.
We said our goodbyes to our family. As you guys all know, this whole process has been going on for about 3 weeks, and neither one of us have gotten very much sleep. But we celebrated with our families before we left, which was kind of sad, wasn't it? We spent
It was bittersweet.
5-6 weeks in Colorado with our families, which was long overdue. It was had an amazing time. But we said we had a great day with our kids, our families. Sage said goodbye to grandma and grandpa and the auntie and sisters and brothers, and it was just wonderful to be surrounded by family. But in today's live, we're just going to give you an update of what's been going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to share, and we have been overwhelmed with all of the support and all of the information, the learning curve. Um, we really didn't expect last week's video to strike at such a deep chord, and we also didn't anticipate that it was that so many people would be interested. And so I want to take a moment to thank everyone and let you know that we are seeing emails and messages in, but it's just too much at the moment
to be able to
pick
reply.
up the phone and to answer, because some of the questions that were being asked are questions that we don't have answers to. And so the best way for us to proceed is learn as much as possible so that then we can present you guys with what we've learned and do so once we're sure of stuff, because that's the biggest thing is finding out information, learning about this property, learning about what it has, what it doesn't have.
Right.
And we have so much to share with you, and we're going to use this as an opportunity to kind of tell everyone at the same time.
Yeah, what's going on. So as you all know, last week we shared our dream with you. We did a video last Sunday and we shared our dream. We were not soliciting any money. We were talking about ideas we had, and we actually put a contract, a property under contract, and spent the day last Sunday with our family, said goodbye, and then on Monday we hit the road. And we went 1,300 miles. It took us 5 days. We were hoping to do it in
normal.
4.
2. We wanted to do it in 2 or 3 days.
And we had so many challenges along the way because you guys sent us all over 3,000 emails of support, love, prayers, help.
Really good suggestions.
Really great suggestions. And so we could, Mercedes, when we drive, Mercedes can't do email because she gets nauseous.
I get motion sickness.
Really bad. And so we drive for 4 or 5, 6 hours, and then we'd stop, and then I'd stay up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning just weeding through emails and just hoping that somebody would, some people would jump out. And so far, guys, we've only covered about maybe 12 to 15% of all the emails we've got. So please don't take it personal. We just have been, we're under contract now. There's dates that we have to hit.
And
time crunches that we have to hit. And one of the challenges that we got on Wednesday was we received a phone call from our realtor, and she was panicked because a whole bunch of people saw the video, and it's our mistake. We always make mistakes. We didn't give the address, but it wasn't too hard for people to figure it out.
Yeah.
And they came here in the hundreds. And what made that very difficult is one of the things we said when we put under contract is that Mercedes and I wanted to stay in the campground to start walking it, testing it, making sure everything worked. And that's why we brought our RV here. Otherwise, we just would have flown in. And they agreed. So the owner's son was running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to get everything up. It's been shut down for 3 years.
Yeah.
And so he's mowing lawns, he's checking electricity, he's checking this, he's checking that. And he's got all these people flowing through the gates. And so Wednesday night, we went live on Alan Warren's, who we love, the RV Show USA, and we just said, please, guys, back off. We love you guys.
Oh,
we love all of you. We appreciate the support and the prayers. But
very grateful.
There's a time for that, and it's coming. we will be announcing a meetup. We'll meet you. We've got permission from the owners. You will have to sign a paper a waiver,
yeah,
because obviously of liability stuff. And but anyways, we got here on Friday because Thursday morning Sage didn't want to cooperate, and we took that as it was like God was telling us just to slow down.
Yeah, and also like I mean the pain that you were experiencing by sitting, which you hurt less when you move.
Yeah.
So sitting is bad for you.
My sciatica starts kicking up right around 3.5, 4 hours, and on this trip it was just brutal. And then I started to lose my voice because I've been on the phone talking to so many people, and then I ended up getting a cold halfway through.
Oh yeah, we were a mess.
And then Thursday was just it was a nightmare.
I feel like okay, I want to change that. I feel like we're like and then
no.
And then
What a bummer.
And then, but I mean, here's the thing: is that whatever you focus on, you see more of, right? And there were so many God shots along the way, and so many synchronicities and things that really happened in our favor. And so we don't want to make it sound like oh, this is so hard. Like
no, yeah, no, we're blessed.
But there are moments where we're like really overwhelmed. And
yeah,
we've hit a couple of walls.
Yeah, the emotional swings when you're going through something like this. I'm a carpenter, a contractor most of my life, but I don't know how to do a campground, so I get a lot of things to learn. Anyways, we didn't get here on Thursday, and there was a few people that were waiting for us that we invited to come here.
Yeah.
And when we pulled in, that was our first mistake. Mercedes and I should have pulled in here by ourselves.
Yeah. And not
had people waiting because that was overwhelming. We had been on the road. It was supposed to be 5 hours that day. It took us 8.5 hours because of traffic. Oh, Chattanooga and what was the other one? Nashville.
I expected Nashville to be rough. I underestimated Chattanooga.
It was brutal. It was brutal. So that was our first mistake. We should have taken a couple of days to meet with the owner. Instead, there was a little bit of a posse when we got here. And by the way, at the end of the video, we're gonna unveil the notorious trespasser, the guy that came in and camped here. And you'd be shocked because we'll tell you the whole story at the end of it, but he's actually a beautiful, beautiful person, and he ended up helping us out a ton.
Well, and so I think the other thing that we're trying to get clarity on, because we're getting a lot of questions like, how big are the sites? Does this RV fit in here? And that sort of thing. And that's really what we're trying to do is get a clear action plan. And get a lay of the land so we can really figure out, because what's here already is really good. I think that, just chipping away at the structures are really good. Kind of just clearing off some stuff will be amazing. But also figuring out like what we could do with what's left and how to even access it because of the rivers and so forth.
Yeah, there's 2 rivers that run onto the property, and it comes to a tributary in the center of the property, and then it dumps into another river, and it's absolutely gorgeous down there. The park is old and it's been shut down, so it needs a lot of work. But one of the things that we absolutely love about this is each site, long sites, 100 feet, 80 feet. Each site, the sites that are working right now, there's 12 of them, and they're on average about a half acre each. The sites are really spread out, so you get that feeling of privacy. And we want to keep that. We don't want to buy a piece of land and develop it like they're doing. Stack up the RVs. It doesn't feel like RVing to us. As a matter of fact, on our travels, we stayed at a few campgrounds, and it was like that. The last one we stayed at was it was unbelievable. These were premium sites, and I could walk out my door and almost touch the RV. Yeah,
and here's the ironic thing. Our first night traveling, we stayed in Kansas, and those RV parks along I-70 in Kansas. Well, I remember back in 2019, we stayed at one, and it was $15 a night, and now all of a sudden it went up to $35 a night. So, there's a difference between a campground and the pullovers for by the highways, right? Different types of campgrounds serve different purposes. But boy, I tell you, that's quite the increase in price in a very short amount of time, in my opinion. 2 years price, that's what, 120%.
Yeah, the prices have gone way up. We came through that same area about a year ago.
Yeah, and then the next night, staying at a campground that was brand new ownership. And they did some things really, really nice to give it a more premium feel for an off the highway kind of campground. This was, I think, in Missouri. This was
$61 a night.
Yeah, it was. So I mean, they were charging a lot for an off the highway campground, and they were adding value as they could. But the proximity to one another, and then the other thing that was tricky is they were so close, and the grass had a heavy slope, so you couldn't do anything with the. So it was almost,
tables were like this.
Yeah, so it was, and so really getting clear. I think the hardest thing is going to be really getting clear on the feel of the campground and what's important and what's not. And so I think for us, we definitely wanted to highlight nature, because if we look back at all the campgrounds that we really like, some of our favorite campgrounds are the ones that really, really involve nature, and they're the ones where the trees were amazing, where we felt one with nature.
Yeah.
The campgrounds where it feels like a parking lot, I mean, they're fine when you're in need of some rest, and it's nice to have hookups, but it's not camping. And there is a spectrum between an RV park, a campground. There's different things that people do with RVs, right? So really getting clear on what that identity is going to be and what that looks like, and also discovering the property, because it's so big. There's so many gold mines in it.
It is. And I'll tell you something, guys. Not only did we have people come down to see us, which kind of, it made it harder for the owner to prepare it for us, because he's a kind man. But it also had people going to his door at his house and offering to write checks. Right?
Yeah,
we brought a ton of attention to the property. And thank God the owner's son has a ton of integrity. We love the little town we're in. The people have been nothing but kind to us. I think the population here is 719.
And we're afraid of that too.
A little bit of afraid of it, because I talk funny.
Well, he talks from the north.
Yeah.
And I've come to the realization, apparently I'm a city girl. I didn't know I was a city girl, but apparently I am a city girl.
You are a city girl, yeah.
And so I don't want people to feel like we're trying to change things that they have. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't want to feel like I'm intruding or stepping in on someone's space. I want to be very respectful.
Yeah, and so it's been quite the adventure, guys. We hit the wall yesterday pretty hard. We're both really tired. And the blessing is that today is the very first day we've been alone by ourselves in the park, and we were able to get together with the owner and not a lot of other distractions. And he started taking us around, and he has as-built of where everything is, all the valves are, where the pump houses are, where the wells are. And the property is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how good the video that we're showing you is coming out right now, but this place is magical.
Yeah, and I don't think the video does it justice, because the rocks and the moss and this is incredible. And so this is just something that, I mean, it's such a you can't, I mean, just the rocks alone and the trees and it's just so
magical.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
And we really truly feel like that we've been led here, because this is going to blow your mind. If you guys remember when we did that video, Mercedes thought I was nuts because I set down the principles that I kind of wanted to pick up the Boy Scouts.
Oh, you're definitely nuts.
Well, yeah, I am nuts, but I had no idea this used to be a Boy Scout camp, guys.
That's crazy.
And that blew my mind. And so I really feel like I've been led on this thing, and we don't know. There's a lot more work to do to make sure we understand that there's going to be a ton of work. We know that we'd have to be here for a while to get the thing up and running, but we can also tell you that a lot of you guys have reached out to offer help, and we want this to be a community park.
Yeah,
we've got 2 attorneys working on it. We have not solicited for any money yet. We still have, like I said, a family attorney, so just in case Mercedes and I going through the process. And then we got a corporate and land attorney that's helping us, figure out how we're going to structure it. We're leaning more towards a membership, but we haven't figured any of that out yet.
And that's why we can't answer those questions.
Right. And one of the things that was really challenging is that we want this to be for the RV Odd Squad members, our members, the people that watch our videos. There was some people that came that were just interested in getting a site, and we asked them, we're trying to figure out who knows us and who doesn't. And some of them didn't even know we had a daughter named Sage.
That's another big thing too, is that this has garnered a lot of attention. And it's hard to figure out who's really our people and who isn't. Yeah,
we want this to be an RV Odd Squad park. We want there to be the principles we laid out in the video, the principles of the Boy Scouts, honesty, loyalty,
Yeah.
honor, God, country, all that stuff. Like we said in the video, Judeo-Christian values.
Yeah, and we got a question in there asking, is this a Christians only park?
No.
We're not trying to exclude people,
No.
but I do think that it's that foundation on a bedrock of principles is what we're really after here. And that's the thing is that, yeah, we want RV Odd Squad here. We also, we understand that the community, we were hearing some really cool stories about this place.
Yeah, and as always, just like Martin Luther King, we're looking for people of good character, you know, and that's all we want. We don't want just Christians or just we're not like that.
Yeah.
You know, we want people that are respectful to one another, that give more than they take,
Yep.
that are kind to other people, that are, you know, pause when they get agitated, that show respect to others. That's what we're looking for, and we're super excited. We think the RV Odd Squad can build something really special, and the goal long term is to, you know, use this as an incubator, because we're going to make lots of mistakes as we always do, but we'll figure out how to do it better next time. And next time we won't give you the location, we'll just show you pictures.
Yeah, well, there's a lot that I think we learned, and I feel like, I don't know, you know, a lot of people are like, so only RV Odd Squad? No, we're not trying to like limit it, but I guess what I'm saying is that people that have descended to help us
are RV Odd Squad members.
Yeah, I mean,
we want our people to help us start it.
Yeah,
maybe it is open to the public. We don't know. Again, guys, we don't. These are all things that we have to figure out. Which is the next thing we learned. We learned that having too many cooks in the kitchen is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
We've already met control freaks. We've met a lot of different people, and there's no way we could ever do this having 30 or 40 or 50 people. And so what we're doing is probably having a few people, tops a handful of people that are going to help us put this whole thing together.
Yeah.
And I mean, one guy named Richard has been he almost feels like our mentor already, you know, and he's taken us under his wing, and he's helping us in so many ways.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, I'm going to answer a big question, you know, when we pull, you go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's like, because if it's not ready, I don't want to share it entirely. I think that's a big thing, is that the next video that we do on the topic of the campground, I want it to either have answers or make our next video about something else, back to the RVing lifestyle, right? But we are learning so much, and you know, it's definitely making me appreciate when you go to a campground and you know, they have hookups and whatever their scheduling system is, however they're running the show.
We have a lot to learn.
Well, but I don't think campground owners kind of get credit for what they're doing and what they're running.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I definitely have a newfound appreciation for all the campgrounds that we've ever been to, because it's a catch-22. If you run the campground really well and everything looks like nice and clean and pretty, then you do have to lean into like a little bit of rules.
Right.
If you let everything be like loosey-goosey and do whatever you want, then
that's a different story.
Yeah, but there's a balance. Sometimes the loosey-goosey parks, the people are happier.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes. There's no certain way, you know, they're all different, but we just believe that if we build a good solid foundation, then everybody will take pride in the resort, the park. They'll take pride in it and they'll love it. Another big piece of this is for us is to make sure that the community that we're in is going to support us in this. So you guys can imagine, we've been on the phone a lot, and we're setting up appointments to meet people. We'll be going to the local church on Sunday, and just shaking hands and seeing what everybody, you know, see the thoughts. One of the funniest things is, guys, is that most of the people in the town we're in, I think I told you, there's 719. They all watched the video. We bumped into people that pulled in. They're just neighbors, reaching out, shaking our hands, just, you know, giving us love and friendship. And they're like, hey, I saw your video. And we're like, which one?
I know.
Which one?
And I'm not saying that like I only want to talk to you if you've watched all of our videos, because I don't wish that on anybody, right? We're nuts. And so I'm not saying that. But definitely it's nerve-wracking. You know, you got to wonder, like, which video did you watch? You know? So that's always really scary. I hope they didn't see any of our bad videos.
That was my next question. Oh, okay. You saw that one about this campground. What was the next one you watched?
Yeah. What was the next one that YouTube recommended to you? So yeah, I guess, boy, That felt good, kind of like
Yeah,
giving everyone an update.
Yeah, so happy Father's Day to everybody. Could you guys do us a big favor? Give us a thumbs up, share this video, get it out to more people.
That would help us a lot.
Again, we don't have anything definitive to tell you how this is going to work. We're talking with some people and working as hard as we can to make sure that we build a solid foundation. We do not want to be campground owners and stay here forever. We want freedom, independence, and adventure because life is so short. And we want to help get this thing off on the right foot, and hopefully we'll have members that will watch our back when they travel, and we can watch theirs when you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the whole goal is that you don't have to live here full time. We're hoping that actually most people don't live here full time. We're hoping that people will come in when they want to, and then we're not here.
Yeah.
The campground will actually manage their their site or their however it is we put it together.
Well, and that's another really good point too, is that
Look at you.
What's this? I know. Stop.
So check this out, you guys. These are the campsites.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah, they're super long. This is not doing it justice, guys. None of these photos are doing it. But what's super cool is right here, there's about 5 acres. And on this 5 acres, there's 12 campsites.
That's not a lot.
It's not a lot. And when they did this, the owners took a lot of love and care in doing this. You're not right on top of each other.
Yeah, and we really, really like that. That's how we want to keep it.
Exactly.
And gosh, I forgot my what was the thing I was thinking about saying, John? What was I talking about?
I don't know. I interrupted you.
You did.
I'm sorry. I'm so rude.
It was genius. What I was about to say was absolutely amazing. Oh well, hopefully it'll come back. But yeah, just there's so much land and there's so much property.
Yeah, that's a great point, guys. So we've only looked at about 15 to 20% of the land.
Yeah.
And we've been here for 3 days. Today's our very first day that we've been alone, and we actually were able to go around with the owner for 5 hours today and start seeing things. We haven't even been to the other 120 on the other side of the river. And what do they call it? They call it tranquility.
Yeah, they call that side.
The other side is tranquility, and we'll be going over there tomorrow. But look at the site. Look at this site right here, you guys.
Yeah, that's good.
That thing's almost 100 feet long. You slide right in.
And the privacy, the trees give you so much privacy. Yep. Hold on a second.
There's another site right there.
Yeah, and so having that space, and they're relatively flat, although we could probably need to do more to make them flatter.
The place needs some serious upgrades. Right now, there's 12 sites that have 30 amp sewer and water. And we're checking the pump now because there's a pump station that actually pumps from the septic up into a leaching field, but it's above. And that hasn't been turned on for a while. So we're having the guys come out and check all that right now. But this little site right here, it's just a pull around, right? And that right there is the pump station. That's where it will pump the stuff up the hill and then into a leaching field. Little bridge.
That's all you get, honey. That's all you get. Okay. There you go. Sage was playing inside the refrigerator. It's like,
yeah, but I'll tell you that the owner's son has been so good to us. Look at how deep these sites are, guys. They're 70, 80, 90 feet. One's almost 125 feet.
Yeah.
And the park has so much potential.
Mm-hmm. And that's the piece too, is like being able to see that potential and being able to like really that out.
And being honest with ourselves, is this too much? Is it too big for us to bite off?
And that's what I think we're working on, is like doing an inventory of what's here, doing an inventory of what needs to be done, and to make that decision as quickly as possible. Yep,
driving through a site right there.
That's
picnic tables are still here, guys. The pool is here. It's going to need a lot of work. There's several cabins. There's a huge actual restaurant in the place that has everything. It's got the deep fries, stainless steel. It's got the above venting systems. It was all done up to code. And it's Skippy.
Yeah, Skippy's loving all of the land.
Yeah.
He is just really loving being.
We don't need a leash.
I know.
We actually got a gate here that's locked, and we've also met the neighbors up the road, quite a few of them, and they watch us. So, don't try to get in here because you might not get out.
Yeah, well, we're getting questions like, how wide? Is it good enough for both sides? And yeah, as full-time RVers,
it's huge.
Our standards of like what a good site is a little, because when you only RV in the weekend every now and then, you're willing to put up with some stuff and be a little uncomfortable. But when you're full time all the time, you know a good site when you nab one, right?
Exactly.
And so having that space, so that you're not like listening to your neighbor's conversation, right? And so that you can. The nice thing about, speaking of listening, you can hear the river. It's like far away, but you can still hear the water, and that is one of the really, really nice things.
Yeah, and we had heavy torrential rains from that tropical storm that come up. That river didn't even climb. As a matter of fact, they showed us the high water mark. Guys, this is a gorge that you're looking at that you literally have to go down about 150 feet below where the sites are. It's never flooded that high, and so there is no problem with flooding on this site.
Yeah, that's a big deal too.
Yep.
Is figuring that out, because it's like everybody likes water until like you have to deal with water.
Yeah, water's a bad thing. Yeah.
Everyone wants waterfront, and then it's like, oh wait, properties that are like oceanfront actually have more maintenance than the city ones. So it's like there's always a price to pay, you know?
Yep.
There's always a price to pay.
And by the way, we were able to get me 50 amp. So we have 50 amp. And so we're probably going to want to put in new electrical. We're going to probably want to run new everything. But, you know, we've gotten offers of help from doctors, nurses, teachers, engineers, surveyors. You guys, you have no idea how overwhelmed our hearts were with the love that was coming through and the people that want to jump in and help us with this project.
And that's the piece that we are not ignoring your email. We just really cannot address it because it would take away from, we're under the gun. We have to find out a lot of information in a short amount of time. So we're not trying to ignore you. And I feel guilty because I feel like everybody deserves a response. And those of you who've left your phone number, I want to call, but there's no way because it's like hundreds and hundreds of people to call.
3,000 plus.
Yeah. And so
we'll get there.
We will. And I think one of the beneficial things is that, you know, last week's video was really designed to gauge interest. We wanted to see, like, you know, how interested are people in this? Is this even something that people care about?
That's all we're doing.
We were overwhelmed with the outpouring of like, yes. It was a very clear, yes, we're interested, very much so. And it was a huge yes that our shoulders almost couldn't carry that burden of that heavy yes. So many people reaching out. So now that we know that people are interested, we're also figuring out in which way people are interested. And that's been something that often we've been, no more chocolate, honey. That's been something that has been really good too, is to figure out like who's just interested in, you know, volunteering time versus who wants to call this their permanent, like where they live forever.
Exactly. And
and everyone has a different kind of thing. I also think that my goal would really be, because there's like a summertime use for this campground and then there's a wintertime use for this
Absolutely, guys. It gets hot in southern Alabama and there is a chicken farm. There's chicken farms around here.
Yeah.
The neighbors, people here are extremely honest. It's funny because our one guy was here for 5 days. And there is a chicken house that's close. Now, that what we've learned, because we were told by a very close friend of ours, well, he's a new close friend of ours, but we trust him, that chicken farms can be a problem. So we kind of just started probing into what that is.
Yeah, and like smelling everything just to make sure it's not an issue.
You're going to get a smell usually every 6 weeks. That's what we found out. And what's true is that we've had somebody here on the site now every day for 6 days. Yeah. And they actually just turned that over. We could smell it for a day. And then yesterday it was a lot less. And today you couldn't smell it at all.
And that's another big thing too, is that's figuring out everything and making sure, because you know how sometimes realtors will tell you what you want to hear and not necessarily the truth. So we're trying to prioritize talking to locals in the sense of like really gathering what the town is,
the truth.
And I've found that's been really, really helpful.
Really, really helpful. And it's funny because one of the neighbors just pulled up right before we went live. And what was her name?
Emily.
Emily,
nice.
What a sweetheart. She was giving us all the inside skinny stuff and, you know, the church that we're going to be going to next Sunday. Yeah. And she was just a wonderful, wonderful person. And it was really funny is Sage went up to her and hugged her right away.
And she doesn't
do that.
No,
Sage does not do that.
Yeah. So that was nice. I mean, I think it's going to be like anything. I think people are going to treat you as well as you treat them.
Yeah.
So I do think that, you know, that's gonna play a major role in that. But boy, I didn't realize I was so city. I really thought that I thought I was rough.
You think you're city?
I-
Mercedes thinks she's hood, guys.
I really thought I was hood. I've installed. No, listen. Okay,
She's hood.
I've lived in an RV for a couple years now. Okay, I've installed a soft start. I've driven said RV for like 25 minutes. I am like tough, right? I'm so tough.
Yeah.
And then coming here and realizing that's like not true.
Yeah,
It's not true.
It gets hot in the summer in Alabama, and there's a lot of history of this campground in where we're at. And the kids used to love this campground because the pool that was here it's like 12 feet deep. It is a huge pool. Again, the pictures, the photos don't do this place justice. We thought that pool by the pictures was very small. That pool is huge, guys. And it needs some work. But all the kids, they grew up around here. Yeah. And it's a very close knit community. We went out to eat. What was the name? Oh, we can't say that.
No,
we can't say the name of the restaurant.
The good one.
Yeah, Howard's.
Oh,
yeah.
Really
there's one restaurant, and it's packed just
Well,
about every night. But awesome pizza, awesome food.
Yeah.
And they know what happens in a small town. They know we're RV Odd Squad. And then we had one of the RV Odd Squad members walk in, and they said, "What's the name, please?" Because it was out the door to get in there, and he gives them RV Odd Squad. And we're like, "Oh my god!"
I know, like we didn't stand out enough. No, we walked in, and it was like, you hear the subsiding of like the chatter, and you feel the looks, and it's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm hungry.
And then of course I try not to talk.
Yeah,
right.
Like, stop talking.
Because I start talking, they say Yankee. I don't like being called Yankee. Yeah. I don't like it because I'm from Boston. Yankee is an extremely derogatory term to me.
Yeah, he really thinks
I'm not a Yankee. I'm Southie.
Yeah, because Boston is so different from New York. Okay. He really thinks it's like
there's a huge difference, monstrous difference between Boston and New York. Anyways, I grew up there, got out of there as fast as I possibly could. 28 years old, I went west. I haven't been back since. I go back to visit family now, but I got a Southern heart, and I love Southern hospitality. Yeah. I love people from the South. The town has just so far, they've been so nice to us, so kind to us.
You know what the biggest thing, John, is? Let's get real here.
All right.
He hates people telling him what to do, and I think that's a very Southern thing. That it's like, don't tell me what to do or how to do it. So I think he's going to fit in here really, really well.
Yeah, and we're outside. This is an unincorporated, so I think they pull permits. We've already done the research. They pull permits for their septics. They pull permits for the kitchen. Actually, the building for the kitchen is really cool. They used to do a Sunday brunch thing for the church and this community for years and years and years. And so far, the feedback we're getting from the community is they're excited that it's going to open again. And a lot of these adults now used to come over here and swim in the heat of the summer.
Yeah.
So this park, we're hoping in the summertime will be more for the locals, right? And then in the wintertime, when those people start coming south, because it starts getting cold up north, we're hoping that, you guys will come and visit us.
Apparently, a lot of people can relate to your not wanting to be told what to do. Don't tell me how to live my life.
By the way, I've got very close friends. John, remember John from New York?
Yeah.
Came to our first Palooza. Love him to death. And he's coming to New Orleans. We're super excited to see Johnny Salazzo.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I think right now it's like a healthy rivalry, like Yankees versus Red Sox kind of thing. You got that. But I don't see like driving through New York. The comments are hilarious.
Rocket Man, I'm from New York City, but don't hold it against me.
Well, that's how John feels.
That's how I feel.
He's like, I'm from Massachusetts. Don't hold it.
You guys know where my heart is, and I am not. I am so far from that type of politics of the big city, and I have deep inbred ideas of what happens to people when they live in heavily dense cities. I think it makes people crazy.
Well,
I really do.
Traffic will do that to you.
Coming out here and in this small town, it feels like I went back to 50, 60 years ago.
And he loves it.
These people have held on to their freedoms here. Mm-hmm. They haven't let them go yet.
Yeah.
And I love talking to the locals about things that, like, what do you mean you do what you want? It's your land. I love that. I absolutely love that. Down here in the South, especially in this part of Alabama, you just do what you want with your property, and of course you respect the law always. And there's some things that we have to do. We will get our electrical inspected. We will get the inspections that we need to open. We'll get the kitchen inspected. But I'm going to play the video a little bit more, guys. And we're actually looking at installing cabins and yurts.
Yeah.
The river on this lot on this land is absolutely gorgeous. I think there's a total of over a mile.
Yeah.
And it's down in a deep gorge in some places. And we're actually maybe thinking about adding yurts, to this thing, and so have some primitive parts of it. This thing is so huge, guys. There's so much opportunity.
Yep.
Again, we just want to try to get it open as fast as we can, and then hopefully attract other people to come and check us out. I
just wanted to give a quick thank you to Earl.
Thank you, Earl.
We really appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
One of the things we try to do on our channel is we're not the type that will only answer your questions if you pay us to answer your questions. So we really appreciate the super chat.
And if you have questions, guys, put them in all caps so we can find them easily.
Yeah, and then don't hesitate to repeat your question, because they get lost. So we just haphazardly answer as many questions as we can whenever we see them.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, within those emails, it's blown us away. God has sent exactly what we've needed. And we've got reservation specialists, IT guys that know how to do. People that have run campgrounds, probably 5 or 6 people that own campgrounds that are saying, hey guys, we get a lot of information. We're going to be becoming best friends with you people.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, we have Alan Warren, who's warning us about how much work this really is. But again, guys, we're not looking to buy a campground and stay in it. We want to help develop it, right? Yeah. Help develop it, and then basically do paloozas from the campground, once or twice a year, and know that we will always have a place to call home when nobody else has a site available.
Yeah.
Because it's rough out there, guys.
And so when we get questions like, how much to own a space,
we don't know.
Yeah, and those kinds of questions.
When we know, we'll let you know.
We promise we will let you know as soon as we know more. Because when we know, you're gonna know.
You guys are gonna know. Yep. You guys are gonna know. And there's a lot of legalities with all this stuff, and we can't do that.
Exactly.
We were sharing our dream with you in a video last Sunday, and sharing the vision that we had and how we felt, led to it, right? And the way it unfolded was perfect. The people that are dropping into our lives right now, they just feel like they're supposed to be there. Yeah. But there's a lot of things you need to go through to make sure this is done the right way, and we certainly don't want to get in any trouble. Yep. We stay within those lines. We're not offering anything at this point.
Yep.
We want to get everything clear with a handful of people.
Yeah.
And get it, that we can all agree on. These are people that we know are Yacht Squad members.
Yeah.
And then once it's ready to go, we'll let you guys know.
So quick thank you to Ann. I hope we can invest in a site. See, and as soon as they're ready, we'll tell you. But at this point, are you still selling sites? We haven't sold anything.
We're not. Have you been here, Lawrence Banks?
No.
We're not selling sites.
But we'll let you know once we know.
Coach Renee.
When you get set up and running, find one around San Francisco. That would be my dream, is if we could start this system and have them in multiple locations, but do it in such a way that like for us right now, it's really important to us to honor what's here and not just come in and steamroll over and
Yeah, we want to fit into the community. We want to carry on the legacy of the family that started this place. Yeah. Guys, there is this old building on this property that was literally a blacksmith.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
All the fire pits is still there. It's a cool little shack. We want to preserve that.
Yeah.
We want to preserve the history and kind of bring the community into what we're doing and honor the family. The family they're a great family.
Yeah.
They're a good family. They were offered more than we offered. People were showing up at their step with checkbooks.
Yeah.
And the guy, he said, I'm under contract and I'm going to honor it. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah. And then Nancy asks a really good question. Will you be adding sites eventually? Well, there's land that is unfinished.
There's
that we want to do that.
Of land, but we're not going to stuff them in here. We're not going to do that. We want to do this the way it's going to, the way we want it to fit into the environment naturally. We want people to have space. We want people to have their own privacy, so you can't hear. Guys, we've been living this lifestyle for 2.5 years. We know the perfect campsite.
Yeah.
This is the most perfect. The way this is laid out is, I'm telling you guys, once you do come here, you're gonna be blown away. I've never been to a campground where the sites are so spread out from each other.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't want to stack
We
them.
don't want to change what's working.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
We are looking into cabins. We are looking into making sure that stuff is handicap accessible. We have a whole bunch of RV Odd Squad members that need that. So we do plan on doing that. Special ramps. We want to have as many people as possible. We want this place. Mercedes wants to put in a prayer garden.
Yeah.
You know, where where we can kind of get together. There's so many places. Oh, she's hitting me.
I'm kind of like, I want to say thanks to Lisa.
Oh,
I'd really like to say thanks to Lisa. And then there was a really funny comment here because I think they've heard our ideas. I'm pretty sure they've heard our ideas. This is hilarious. Chris, how do I join the cult?
Chris.
Well, you better know the secret handshake, which obviously you don't know the secret
What's
handshake.
the secret handshake,
Yeah,
Chris?
and then you can join the cult. No.
Yeah.
There is no secret handshake.
Yeah, guys like Chris are the ones we kind of don't want to get in here.
Yeah, you don't, Go
The
learn
1%, you're not allowed here.
Go learn the secret handshake. All right. And Debbie Fish cried tears of joy seeing where God is leading you to.
So
I can't wait to see this. And that's the thing is that it's like, I've always talked about how broad my shoulders are, that I can carry a lot, and it's like, I don't know if I can carry that load. Like, that's a lot. So learning to ask for help and learning to get clear on what's the help that we need.
John Hancock. Well, I lose it. These are moving fast,
They're
guys.
moving super fast.
Hold on. Slow down, guys. I can't. John Hancock. Right. Got it.
Okay.
Will this be the only? Will
Limited
this
to high
only be
buffer.
limited to high? No.
Yeah.
There's going to be tent sites. There's going to be primitive sites. We want full hookups.
Yeah.
We like to serve the entire community. We're part of the entire community.
Yeah.
We not only want to serve our demographic, which is 55 and up. That's kind of our demographic.
Yeah.
We want to serve the younger demographic. We really want this to be a spiritual place. It's not just one religion or this or that. We want everybody to come in. We just want to
The values.
set up the values, right? So that, okay, these are the values, and just stay within these values, and it'll all be great.
Yeah, and I think that,
Like, for instance, don't let your dog pee on somebody else's stairs.
Yeah,
you know?
don't do that. Now, that's a good question though, because there are a lot of places where they have the 10-year rule, and if your RV is older than 10 years old, you're turned around. And so I that's not something that we're necessarily looking to do. In fact, some older RVs are actually probably in better shape and better built than some of the newer ones.
We would
right?
never do that, you guys.
So,
We're not going to have an age.
Yeah,
No.
we're not looking for an
We're
age.
not doing that. No,
Yeah.
no. Just, it's got to be respectable. You know what I mean?
We want that.
As long as
pride
you
of
love your rig,
ownership.
pride of ownership.
Pride of
I don't
ownership
care if it was
is important.
built. I like the older ones, the 55s, the
Oh, they're
60s,
so
the 70s.
cool.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
So we want everybody to come in.
And
Again, and I'm going to play the video real quick. Oh, let me answer Trent. Yeah, you know what's funny, Trent? We used to go to a drum circle down in Inglewood Beach. Remember?
It was hilarious.
We loved it.
Yeah.
We
that was-
absolutely loved it. We
Yeah.
we flew a drone over it.
Mhm.
We're not judgmental of anybody. We just believe in God, and we're not quiet about it.
Yep.
And
Lisa,
nor should you be.
Yeah. Okay, Lisa, we want to thank you again.
Oh my
And
God,
now-
Al Mumford! Wow.
Want to say thank you very much. And
Thank you, Al.
Yeah, and as soon as we know more, because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to invest.
Yeah, there's
It's
no
like,
investment opportunities here yet. We're
Yeah,
just
we need to
Mercedes and
find
I
out
got this
what-
under contract, and we're working through all the bugs, and we need to get this organized before we do anything.
Yeah.
It might just be a membership site, guys. Nobody may know. We don't know yet. We just don't know.
Yeah, because think about it this way: if we had lots, then we got to get the county involved. We got to deed them. We got to do, and so it would be really premature of us to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to make sure that we do our due diligence and make sure that we get really clear.
Yeah.
But our biggest intention was finding out the interest level, and it's crystal clear that
It's
y'all
crystal
are interested.
clear,
Y'all
yeah.
are interested.
If we can make this one work, we can make a lot more
If
work.
we can make this work, and then we'd have a cookie cutter, a template, or at least the experience. Because I think the biggest struggle that we have right now is that we don't know what we don't know.
Exactly.
And that's a hard place to be in when you know that you don't know, but you don't know what it is that you don't know.
Yeah, and we've had tears of joy in this trip. We've also had tears of sadness. Mercedes has had a couple breakdowns.
I've cried 2 days in a row, and I'm not a crier.
Right, because we haven't had any time alone. We
Yeah.
haven't had any time alone here. We were inundated as soon as we got here,
Yep.
and that was our mistake.
Yeah,
You know, we
our
should have said
idea.
everybody stay back, and we shouldn't have done it until we actually came and looked at it. But again, you guys know us. We share all of it, even when it's embarrassing. We were profusely sorry to the owner of this place when we got here.
We felt horrible.
We felt horrible that he had to go through that because he was busting his butt to get it ready for us.
Yeah. And then Charlie wanted
Hey, welcome to the RVR Squad, Greg Flory.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Charlie, and welcome to you, Greg.
Oh, Charlie, thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, there's like so much. This is flying in fast. So we're just going to keep, answering questions as we go. At this point, I know we've missed a bunch. We've gotten a lot of support for the accessibility concerns. Because, we don't want to, that's something that we think about a lot.
Well, we were just talking today that we're going to make sure the pool, it doesn't have handicap accessible chair.
The lift?
Yeah.
Like that?
So if we open a pool, this campground is going to be handicap accessible.
It has to be.
It has to be. Yeah. We have RV Odd Squad members that are handicapped. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to do the best we can to make sure that those members feel welcome here.
Yeah.
Gregory Flory. I think I already, I think I said that.
No, maybe it's a different Greg. I don't know.
Man, well, people are joining like crazy. Hey, Nina.
Yeah.
Thank you for the prayers. We love them.
Much
we feel them.
Appreciated.
Yep, we feel them.
Much appreciated. So a lot of questions on whether the campground would be private. So I don't think it can be like completely private in the sense that we have a community that's going to want to play, and this is like
And David, sorry that we can't answer the emails. We already talked about that a little bit earlier. There's over 3,000 emails.
And we will.
We can't do it. We're just up against the clock right now. We got to do our due diligence. And ultimately, we will reach out to everybody. But we don't know what we don't know.
Mm-hmm. And that's a big, I'm glad that you said that.
Yep.
Give Roy some love.
Here?
Yeah.
Roy Pasa. How do you say it? Passe or pace?
Yeah. I don't know.
Thanks, Roy.
Yeah. But
welcome to the RV Odd Squad, man.
Yeah.
Best community on YouTube.
Honestly, it will.
Hey, guys, guess what? When we go out here, I actually am literally afraid to speak.
It's great. No, I'm kidding.
I don't want to talk because as soon as the first Christmas we ever spent, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day was in Arley, Alabama. And one of the funniest things is that, it was a small town. That town was a little bit bigger than this town. Mm-hmm. But people were always, as soon as I opened my mouth, I'd say 2 words. Can I have that? And they'd say, where you from? Where you from?
And it's like, depends. Where do you want me to be from? So, Phil, we never answered your question. Will you accept people in their 70s? Of course. We would never not.
No, that's our audience.
And you've been messaging us for a while, Phil, so you should
know
better.
we know, guys, we know the people that comment.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of people that have been with us since the beginning, who have supported us, who have loved us, who have prayed for us, who send gifts to Sage. We got members that send stuff to Sage all the time, and we never imagined that what is happening now to this channel, our intent was to make a few extra bucks and pay for expenses when we travel. And now we actually feel like we're on a mission to share. And the more we share and help other people, that's why we do the free classes the last Saturday of every month.
Exactly.
We help people. And we are seriously considering putting in a training center here.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
Right. And here, let me show you guys the cottages.
Can I answer this question real quick? Because this person has posted this question like 20 times. And they want to know if we will rent to those that live in their vehicle. And I've actually seen people that are like, go from their vehicle to a tent site, and I think I
think you'll have to have a tent.
Yeah, but I don't.
It's not going to be a parking lot.
But
it'll be for tent camping.
Yeah,
minimum.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have some yurts.
Yeah, and that would be really cool.
Yeah.
The yurts. Yep. And then a quick thank you to Tina.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Tina Andrews. Appreciate it.
I always feel really guilty when somebody joins and we miss them.
Yeah. Welcome to the RV Odd Squad, Arthur Collins.
Yep. So, you see how he's asking the question, and there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm sure he'll get it.
James, as soon as we get things worked out, buddy, we'll share it with you. I'm going 19 hours a day right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out this place. They're trying to teach me where everything is.
And that's hard.
And that's super hard. I'm a carpenter, a contractor. I built beautiful homes in my day, but I don't know anything about running a campground. And I don't like electricity. Never have.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And James Cantonese. Haven't seen him in a while.
Yep.
Okay.
No, he's been moderating for us.
Oh, you rock, James.
Yeah,
Thank you, buddy.
he's
Anybody
been-
who's moderating for us, I appreciate it. There's
I know,
been some
right?
jerks in here already.
Yep. So, it looks like, oh, that's funny. Truly Burlesque is like, go offline and take a break. Okay.
Yeah, digital muscles. Don't you love them, guys?
Yeah.
We deal with it every single week. We could do the kindest, most loving video you ever saw, and
On
we
Mother
get
Teresa.
on Mother Teresa or whatever it was, right? On somebody saving a drowning dog or a dying kitten, and we would get 150 thumbs down. There are literally people that follow us to not like us.
Yeah, and then Loretta keeps asking us about van dwellers. Well, a van's an RV.
A van's an RV. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the other thing too that I think well-managed parks do is that I've seen like a van in a 50-foot spot and then us be told that there's like no room for us. so really managing like different sizes, and he's measuring the sites and that sort of thing. And that's like what we're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. Welcome.
Hey, welcome to the RV Yacht Squad, Matt.
Yeah. Any leaks on your next video topic?
Yeah.
How not to kill your spouse. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, we're super excited about what we think God has in store for us. We think we're on the right path, and some days it's challenging, guys.
Yeah.
There's been a few times we've had some pretty low lows. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What were we thinking?
Exactly.
Our plan was to spend the whole summer with our family, you guys. You know, after last year and the insanity and Sage's therapy, we were super excited to stay in. You know, we actually put 50 amp service in at Mercedes' mom's house. Mm-hmm. We had sewer there. And we just we were there 3 weeks. And then this whole thing started to roll. So we try to be where God wants us to be. It wasn't this was not our plan. It's just what was put on our plate. And we try to, when we pray for guidance, we pray for guidance and direction, and for God to put the right people in our and we follow it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Laura. We pray. We pray. I'm like, yes, Laura, thank you. Okay, Brad Way, welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Brad.
And then Richard,
you got.
When can we break for dinner? It's like, I'm ready. I'm ready now.
Richard is the bomb.
Yeah.
I picked him up right away because we have something in common. He talks funny.
He talks funny, like someone else I know. Okay, how does one become a member?
That's all you got, Richard? $5, really?
Yeah, really, Richard, really.
Wait till you see the cheap bottle of wine I'm going to buy you when I meet you.
You can get him some Boone Farm.
I'll get you some Boone Dog. Why do I see money in the comments? Is this we don't know. Yeah. I'd love it to be a membership. I'd love it to be a membership campground.
Oh no, I think the YouTube membership so when we do
if you want to support us, you can pay $1 and support us. So you can pay $3 and support us, or $5. And when you become a member, there's different levels. This is done through YouTube. We have no control over that. We just offer different things like private videos. Yeah. We've got one where we teach students how to do this YouTube, which is our other family. Yeah. We've actually got quite a few creators now who are making money doing this, and they're doing very well. And it's one of the most rewarding things that we've done since starting this is helping other channels that couldn't get a grip, and now they're just killing it.
Yeah. So we got some funny comments. At least it's not Mad Dog 2020. Well, you keep that up, Richard.
Oh man, that was a top puke for me. That Mad
Dog. Keep that up,
20.
Richard, and it's just gonna keep going downhill. But actually, he said LOL, so he's laughing.
Yeah, he knows.
So thank you, Georgia, for the super sticker. And so the thing about our channel that I think really cements it home is that we really try to answer everything. It's not, but if you're kind enough to support the channel, we really appreciate the support.
You guys know we've never done a sponsorship ever. We talk about products that we've tested and that we love.
Yeah, super important. How can we send gifts?
No. Thank you, Erica Frisk.
Do you have a PO box? No. At this point, we just need to
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, blessed. Rocky Cortinas.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that, buddy.
We're getting a lot of love, Mad Dog. I think people really either they really like Mad Dog or they don't like Mad Dog, and that's why they're relating to it. Yeah. So welcome, Donna.
Hey, Donna.
Yeah, and these are the kinds of messages like the prayers. It's like, oh
Oh,
my God.
I think it's the prayers that carry us, you guys. I think it's the
Yeah.
prayers that why Sage has come as far as she has.
Mhm.
Remember, she didn't talk very much,
Yep.
and now she talks a lot.
Popsicle, I agree.
Hey, Pops, what's up, buddy?
Donuts needs to sponsor us.
You know, we try to give it to them for a year, but you know the problem with those sponsorships is they want you to sign. They want to pay money, but we say we're gonna say the truth.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna do what you want us to say, what you want us to say. We're gonna say what we want to say, and most of them won't want to do that.
Yeah. Big thank you, John. The only reason I don't want to do a donut sponsorship is because I'll eat the donuts and I will gain weight, and it's like a battle for me.
I'm not allowed to bring sweets into my house
because
guys.
it's
and
not
in the summer
fair.
It's a battle because I hide them out in the truck. It doesn't work out too good.
I know but it's not fair because he doesn't try to lose weight and he does, whereas I try to lose weight and I don't. So there's a big problem there. It's just not fair.
Congratulations, Tammy, on your new rig.
Yeah, that's
welcome to the RV
stuff.
lifestyle. We love it. We absolutely love our lives.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Mad Dog is like really hitting home for people. Thank you, Sharon. But
Sharon.
We're getting more comments about Mad Dog 2020 than we are about the campground at the moment. People
oh, that was the 70s. What's that? Hit him.
That the Mad Dog is reminding them of the 70s.
Oh.
Right? Is that the comment?
No. That's okay.
Mad Dog takes me back to
this. Yeah, not that one.
Oh, there's a different comment on the 70s?
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to make sure. Here I am.
See, so how well do we let you know if we are serious about helping? We are led by God to help in all ways. Good for you, Becca.
Well, I think
we're all led by different things.
Yeah, I mean, we are checking the emails. It's just we're a little behind.
We're way behind, guys.
But we do the email is the best way because we do at least that way we have a list of people that we can contact.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
when we get to that point, we're going to have a whole bunch of people ready and willing to help us, which is going to make this park even more successful.
But yeah, getting even clear on what the help is that we need.
Yeah, and by the time we get there, we're going to have more members that are going to be able to help with all. We can't do all this by ourselves.
Exactly.
There's no way we can do this by ourselves. We need you guys.
All right, here I am. Thank you, Linda.
Hey, Linda Cherry, welcome to the RV Oz Squad.
Yeah, also
super sticker.
Thank you to Dennis.
Bernard.
Or
yep.
Denise.
Denise Bernard.
And then
Millie Stewart. Thank you, honey. Appreciate that.
JD, big thank you.
Oh, darn, JD. You
Yeah.
didn't have to do that, man. Yeah. Thank you.
We really
appreciate that.
Tell us how to send a donation. But that's Phil, because remember they call themselves the old couple and we're the odd couple.
Yeah.
So he's like, this technology. I could see him struggling with the computer.
Thank you, Living Life's Journey. Appreciate that.
If we have a donut truck, can I come every morning? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Welcome, Vera. How do I learn more about this Odd Squad thing? Okay, it's a really secret membership.
Yeah, you gotta learn the RV Oz Squad handshake. And when you figure that out, we know that's your
then
squad.
You pass the test.
Yeah.
All right, Donna, thank you. Welcome. Holy moly, Batman.
Hey, thanks guys for becoming members. We really appreciate that. You guys, we really appreciate that because we don't sell out.
Yeah.
We don't talk about a lot of products on our channel. Everybody monetizes in certain ways. The way we've decided to do is to be honest and truthful, share about only things that we really truly love. We don't really do videos of things we don't like. But we try to help as many as we can, and then the rest is taken care of for us.
Yeah.
The more people we help, the more successful we're getting.
The motion has passed. Donut truck in the morning.
Sweet. Yeah, you want to be on our board?
I know. That's the kind of people I want on the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
life's so short, guys. We gotta have fun.
Yep.
We gotta have fun.
Piano players, welcome too.
Absolutely. We'd love to have a piano player, banjo player.
Good luck taking that on the RV though.
Drummer.
I want to watch that. We'll do a video on that.
Hey, thanks, Sharon Mayhew.
I want to see that. I want to see that on the
Guys, these are going by super cheap. All right, ready? We're going to tell you what. So this, don't tell anybody. The secret handshake is there is no handshake. Okay.
Don't tell anyone.
But don't tell anyone.
Okay. Oh, I have a pizza truck. Okay. This
That's good on Thursday. Maybe Thursday we can have a pizza truck. Friday we'll have a fish truck.
This is the kind of collaboration that we need. We need donut truck, pizza truck.
Hey, welcome, Linda Cherry.
Welcome.
Yeah, good to have you at the RV Odd Squad.
Yeah. Okay.
And guys, sorry, these are coming so fast. If we miss you, we'd love to get everybody, but we can't keep up.
Renee wants to be on the board. Well, you know, we got donuts and pizza covered.
Massage therapists. Oh, we'd love to have massage therapists here. Dave,
right.
Christina, Johnny Hancock. Have you been to North? We have not. We drove through, and we drove through at night. Idaho was on the top of our list to look at for a campground purchase or land purchase. Again, we're looking for states that are not going to make it a nightmare to get it open, and it's going to cost a fortune.
Our Canadian friends.
Poutine truck.
I think that's French fries with gravy. Is that correct?
It? Are we right, Brad?
And then maybe cheese curds. It's a Canadian thing.
Is it a Canadian thing?
It's a Canadian thing, and I think it's poutine.
Amazing G's tacos. Yeah, we can do tacos.
No, we can't do tacos.
Hey guys, wait till you see this kitchen. Family. We walked into this kitchen, and I mean, it looks like it's a huge professional kitchen. Then it's got a huge dining room that seats about 150 people. So not only do we want to have a campground / resort / tenting and different areas of it's huge. This place is absolutely huge. But we're actually considering doing retreats for different groups.
Yeah, we do need an oceanographer, so thank you.
Oceanographer. We're
that
pretty
was really
far
high
from
on
the
my
ocean.
list.
Hey, Nemoose.
Yeah, that was really high on my list.
Love you too, Linda Cherry. We always see you in the comments, and thank you.
French fries with gravy, Long Island dinner thing.
Nice.
Yeah, no, poutine. It's French fries, gravy, and cheese curds.
You missed the cheese curds, babe.
No, I said cheese curds.
Did you?
Yeah, I said I think cheese curds. Chicken wing truck. My bank just called me. That's funny. This is insane.
Hey guys, can you give us a thumbs up on the video? Just go right down, find the thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button. Hey, it's going to help.
Tam.
Hey, Bob and Tam, how are you guys?
Tammy, I owe you a phone call.
Yeah, we'll get there, guys.
Yeah, because we want to talk to you about the microphone question, but the problem is we're just learning microphones ourselves.
Yeah.
So
I didn't put the cover on it.
You didn't put the cover on it?
No, there's supposed to be a cover on the microphone. This is the microphone.
Yeah.
But looks like the cover fell off. Hopefully, we guys can hear us okay.
Yeah, probably, yeah. All right. Rhonda, Renee, haven't seen you in a while. It's good to
nice to see you, Rhonda.
Yeah.
Well, guys, where are we at? We are at 1 hour. So if there's any other questions,
this is probably a good time to.
Oh, you know what? Let me do this.
Oh, we promised.
I wanted to finish with. So not that one.
How about bands? Yes to bands. Of course, yes to bands.
Oh, that's not it either.
Hello from Mexico. All the love. It's pretty amazing.
There it goes.
All right. Will you allow custom cargo campers that do not have an RVIA sticker? That's a great question because there's sometimes a good reason for the RVIA sticker when it comes to the electrical. So I don't know enough about it to say anything.
I'm not sure, guys. So we don't answer questions we do not know. Check this out, guys. This is so hard, but that's about 150 yards up there. I'm calling that the staircase right there. And those are the type of cabins we're looking for. Now, they'll never be this close at this campground. These things are going to be tucked away in the woods, and there's going to be plenty of privacy. But one of the campgrounds that we stayed at, I saw this, and I had never seen that before, and I thought it was wonderful. Oh, and there he is. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me see how I can do this.
You going to mute him?
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. We're going to unveil the trespasser who came in here, caused us a lot of problems, a lot of strife. Hold on, let me see how I do this. I do that, I do this, and I'm going to play it.
I don't know.
Dirty. I'd like the RV Odd Squad to meet our chief of security. Yes, the trespasser. Meet Jack. Jack actually was absolutely wonderful in helping us to kind of lighten up the owner here. The owner was pretty upset with me because a lot of us come out and wanted to see the property. Jack kind of calmed him down, got him to realize that we're all good people, and that once he met us, he would forgive us, and the owner has. So thanks for coming down, man.
This has been a blessing, brother.
Oh, man, you're a good man. Can I give you a hug? I'm a little stinky, but
I'm a little stinky.
We were all a little stinky that day. The real feel was like 98 degrees. But Jack was awesome.
Yeah.
We had to call him and our realtors were racing over, but his heart was in the right place, and he actually kept security and locked the gate every single night, and he would turn people back that came to the gate. So Jack was great. And
it is definitely Trespass Gate 2021.
He's a good guy, guys. He's an RV Odd Squad member. We love seeing Jack, and we can't wait to see him again.
Oh, people like your hat. It says it's about camping.
It's camping, guys.
It's camping.
It says make camping great again.
We stay out of outside issues.
Yes.
Ballroom dancing. See, this is the kind
Hey,
of stuff.
that'd be cool. And Seton, maybe you can teach us. Mercedes wants me to take dance lessons.
Well, yeah, because when I grew up, like families, like we would have parties and we would dance, and ballroom dancing. And I feel like it's lost. Ballroom dancing is lost.
And there's a lot of things getting lost, guys. Maybe we can bring some of that stuff back.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I love country western dancing. And thank you, by the way, Phil.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're super excited about our minds they're just exploding with ideas. We've got a lot of people behind the scenes that have helped us with this. Ken has helped us a lot with this. Thank you, Ken, Jolly. They came down to visit with us, which was kind of nice. And guys, the ones who were here were supposed to be here. That's the way we feel about it. The ones that made it in are the ones that were supposed to be here, and they ended up being just beautiful people. So thank you to everybody who is helping us. I promise you guys, as soon as we have more information, we'll let you know. We just are trying to be so careful that we structure this correctly, that we set it up properly so that it has a really good solid chance of hitting their vision, which is, a resort campground built on a community of love, friendship, loyalty, watching each other's backs and helping one another. We really want a community that gives more than it takes.
Yeah.
And if we give more than we take, then there's no way that it can fail. Hey, thanks, Alex.
But you don't like regular.
Alex Van Drummer. So I think it's time for dinner, you guys. Actually, one of the coolest things so far is we're locked in on 220 some odd acres. Skippy doesn't have to be on a leash right now.
There you go.
Yeah, he loves the river. It's so, guys, we're in heaven. We are in absolute heaven. We are a little bit lonely. Stay tuned because we do plan on having a meetup here before we leave. We'll let you guys know, those of you who are fairly close to us. And that's going to be a day. Hopefully it's a big celebration. We can get as many out here as we can. But we've already got permission. Once we secure the property and we know it's ours.
Yeah.
And again.
Please ask for you.
Yay! Hey, Seiji, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Can you say I love you? All right, guys.
Thank you, Dawn.
Let's see. I think did we get everybody? God bless you too. Oh man, Don, thanks, man. Well, he just disappeared. There he is.
Yeah.
Don Loftmiller. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that.
And then we got a couple more thank yous. David.
Debbie Fish.
Yep. Christine.
Debbie Fish is awesome.
Yeah.
Close. Okay. Good. Great question. Chattanooga is 45 minutes away. Closest hospital is 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. 25 minutes to the closest hospital. Guys, I swear to God, it's like you back in the 1950s and 60s. These people didn't give up their rights. The rights are here.
Mm-hmm. So
they slowly take them piece by piece by piece by piece.
Yeah.
They haven't taken a lot here.
Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like we got neighbors coming. So let's.
We got people coming in.
Yep. There's a dog outside. So
all right, guys, we got to go visit with the neighbors and hopefully they don't throw us out.
Like
us. We love you. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Thank you for the prayers. Continue praying for us, and this will turn out exactly the way it's supposed to, whether we get it or not.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you guys next time.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Thank you.